Hello. So today is my second installment of some observations from the AICPA Executive Roundtable. One of the other big topics that came up during the session was all about bots and how they are going to be eventually incorporated into the technology that we use today. One of the topics that I discuss a lot is about mindful technology and how you put that technology in responsibly. And the good news is, from the discussions the vendors had, there was lots of talk about how to be responsible about when these things are put in place. One of the presenters at the roundtable, his name was Wayne Smith from Microsoft, was educating the group just on the different level of bots and how the idea behind it should be that it assists humanity. And so when we think about it, if those are within our software, how can we interact with that in order to relieve us of some of the more repetitive tasks so that we can spend more time with the human interaction, the human connection? So making sure that as we see these, there's different levels of putting this into place in the technology that you use or how you might think of using it as well. One of the issues right now with bot technology is that at home we speak to it like Alexa or Siri, but at work we often aren't going to speak out loud. So a lot more of it is text driven than speech driven. But there's different areas, whether it is helping you with FAQs or general questions that you might have or customer service, all the way to being a virtual assistant embedded into the program that you use so that it can take information that you provide it and serve up the data the way that you need it. Now, this was a question for the vendors at the roundtable as well of what they were doing in this. And there was a couple companies that really stood out to me of companies that are working in this field today that you might want to look into as well. One of the companies, this is what they do. It's Chatta.ai. They're a Canadian company. And they build technology that is text and speech based, where you can ask the software questions and it dynamically answers in some way or fashion. And this kind of technology can be utilized in a lot of different software applications that you use today on the back end. So if you want to read up more on them, they are a great resource to find out more information about what's happening out there. Another company out of Australia named Now Infinity, they actually have named their bot Rosie, where you can speak to her and have her serve up the documents or information that you're looking for. So users in their program are already working with this technology to help them in their day-to-day tasks. Expensify talked about their concierge service that with their customers, they're using bot technology in order to help with customer service and have it learn and keep getting better and better, as well as paychecks. I thought this was really interesting too. They have something called the Flex Assistant that detects a first-time user versus a user that has been in the program more often, so it can surface up the right information to help that user experience be even better. So you can see that this can actually lift the customer experience rather than pull away from work we're doing. And then what it does is serve up to us what are the biggest needs of the customer and how do we spend the time on the most important things versus the day-to-day stuff that might not provide the same kind of value to their business as if we actually took the information and said, these are the issues in your business and this is how I can help you. How would that change the customer experience that we have today?